Everybody, welcome to a big Teaching Crypto episode. Please hit that like, subscribe, bell notification, super chats. We appreciate all your support. And we know what you're asking today. What the hell happened, as our title says. Some people were expecting a smooth ride up to 70K. Well, it's never smooth when it comes to Bitcoin and crypto. Now, here's the deal. Here's what we didn't know. One, the Mt. Gox hit today. What a coincidence on the ETH ETF. And Grayscale decided to dump about $1 billion worth of ETH. And there were people going back and forth between BTC and ETH. I mean, honestly, it wasn't really that bad. ETH actually is kind of just stagnant. But Bitcoin did retrace in the last 28 hours from 68. Now we're pushing just a little under 66K. So I'm not too concerned at all. This is fine for me. Mr. FOMO, what's your reaction?
Well, I fully expected to see a buy the rumor, sell the news with ETH. And that's what happened with Bitcoin on the ETH ETF day. So it's a little bit confusing, but especially like you said, ETH staying stagnant. But I fully expected to see smart money like Grayscale dumping ETH, and I expect to see that a lot more as this bull run goes. I expect to see these TradFi companies following some old crypto rules like that and buying the rumor and selling the news, and not necessarily buying the rumor. I believe they've probably held that ETH for quite a long time. And so they probably just found a perfect day to offload it.
Yeah, and here's the thing. We're coming up to a major event Friday, Bitcoin conference, and something that shocked both of us today, and this is good for Bitcoin. And no, we're not a political show. We want to make that 1,000,000% clear. We're not endorsing anybody. But this is big because today, kind of out of nowhere, and since we last spoke, Mr. FOMO, Biden's gone, just like that. It's almost like a movie we're living here. And Kamala Harris has decided to speak at the Bitcoin conference. Now, we're not sure if she's going to be there physically or just speak through video, but this is major. I'm sorry. Again, forget about who, and we have a very disdain for all politics on this show. That's just us.
I hate them all. I hate all politicians.
This is interesting because the rumor that we talked about was Trump using Bitcoin as a national reserve. Well, now that Harris has agreed to speak, what is she going to say? And again, what I'm expecting is a rebound tonight into tomorrow and into Friday and Saturday. Now, I know Trump is speaking Saturday. I don't know if she's going before or after Trump. Remember, Michael Saylor will also be there in person. But this is big. This is the first time in Bitcoin, and it's not like they've been having these Bitcoin conferences forever, for God's sakes. But this, compare this to 4 years ago. If you would have told someone 4 years ago that the Democratic nominee and the Republican nominee would be speaking at the Bitcoin conference and there would be a big deal and be covered by media, they would have laughed you off the room, laughed you out of computer. Your own family would have laughed you out of the house, Mr. FOMO. What is your reaction to this?
Well, to be honest with you, let me say first, we hate politicians on this show. I hate politicians. Politicians have never done anything great for education. So my hatred for politicians on both sides of the aisle is so thick and rich that you could pour it over pancakes. So don't get this confused with a political show or an endorsement of anybody, because it's definitely not. But my reaction to this is that she has to meet Trump on every single stage that he goes on. She has such a short amount of time to gain votes that I don't think she has a choice. I think she has to appear on the stages that he appears on and more stages than that. And so when I see the Bitcoin conference, when you realize that crypto investors make up about 50 million people nationwide, as far as a voting block is concerned, you realize that she's got to be there. She doesn't have a choice. And like I said, with the short amount of time that she's got to run against Donald Trump, she's got to meet him on that stage, and she's got to say something just as explosive as he does. Otherwise, she runs the risk of losing this giant block of voters.
Yeah, absolutely. And so the big story here is Bitcoin does matter. And I do believe 4 years from now, if you're not pro Bitcoin, I don't think you're going to have a political career. It may sound shocking for people to hear that, but I really do believe that. And I just because simple math, you're trillions and trillions of dollars in debt, anything like Bitcoin that can help is going to be popular. That's why we're such proponents of this. Now, I want to go back to ETH, and I do want to give our viewers something to kind of look at here as we are, you know, a bit frustrated. Maybe I'm okay because I actually think, 66K is a great jumping off point to my 100K prediction. Remember, we got to get to 70K by the end of next month. Otherwise, you shave your head. We got to get to 80K by the following month. Otherwise, I shave my head. And
which
so,
isn't too much of a stretch for you.
No, wow, you got to give what you can. Put up any money. So we're doing the best
I'd rather
we
give
can.
up money.
Now, quick things. I do believe actually today's ETF was a was a positive day when you kind of zoom out. $1 billion worth of trading. Again, Grayscale did dump a lot, but I do anticipate EVE over the next couple of weeks recovering from this, going well up. I still love a 4K ETH in August minimum, and I'm still looking at a 9 to 10K ETH by the end of this bull run, right? And I had some people keep asking, when is the bull run over? Again, I no longer think, Mr. FOMO, I don't know if you're in the same place with me. We haven't discussed this. I don't think December 2024 is going to happen anymore. I just think we've had too much of a mini bear now. It's been too long. So I don't see this crashing and burning unless world events. Again, it's been a crazy year. I don't think we're done with crazy world events. So with that,
well, remember
2025 here.
Remember going into this year or this Christmas, I was predicting, or that season anyway, I was predicting a little bit of a lull, like a holiday hole. The only thing that got us out was the Bitcoin ETF in January. That's what kept us out of that holiday hole. But I fully expect us to see a little bit of a lull through the holidays, but I fully expect after that for it to pick back up. And so like you said, I don't expect this bull run to be over at the end of this year. I think that like you said, we've stretched this little mini bear too long. And so we need some real growth. And maybe it's hopium that I'm smoking, but my hope is that this stretches well into 2025 so that we can see some real gains.
Yeah. I wanted to end our viewers with something here because when we do fully recover and recapture 70 and above, that's when I expect some of the alts to really fly. And I'm still really, really intrigued with Carrot. I really like their online presence. And here you can see, this is the yearly, you can see, but monthly, there's amazing opportunity. So I really, 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 really like Carrot here. I just want to leave it there. Market cap is still super, super low. And I still think this can 10x. I'm just pointing that out, not financial advice to your own research. But right now, we have a market cap right now of 58.3 million. Guys, in my opinion, worst case, this is going to sound bullish. Obviously, we're going to 500 million. So that alone is a 9x, ladies and gentlemen. But I do think $1 billion Carrot sometime end of 2024, early 2025, maybe mid to 2025, if the bull run gets that far, is in play. So if you haven't looked at that one, please look at it because I do think this one is going to be a star. And there are a lot of tokens this run. So if you're watching a show that's talking about Cardano and XRP, ladies and gentlemen, they are about 4 years behind. That's the bottom line. Stay here. We will keep giving you gems.
Hold on, cowboy. Hold on. I've got a token as well. And so I'm gonna drop your Carrot, but I'm also gonna bring up Layer 0.
All right.
And this is a little bit higher on the coin market cap list, 117 with a $535 million market cap. But this one is an interoperability play. Let's go ahead and play out the month. This is an interoperability play. When we talk about the future of blockchains, we talk about a future where blockchains are interoperable or they can speak to one another. Layer 0 is a blockchain that provides that kind of communication. It supports any blockchain that runs a smart contract. And so when we talk about the future of all this blockchain technology, it doesn't work unless it's interoperable, unless it can function together. And layer 0 seeks to be that glue, that thing that holds all those blockchains together. And so I like layer 0. I'm not crazy about the total supply and the circulating supply being so low compared to that total supply. It seems like they've got a lot of token unlocks in the future. But to me, this seems like a no-brainer because of the interoperability play.
Now, a couple of quick things. What the hell happened today? Mt. Gox hit, finally. Not all of it, but a lot of it. And Grayscale dumped a bunch of ETH. Okay, really quickly, we got a Voyager question. If we don't get an email, guys, in the next 9 days, I'm concerned. I'm looking for an email either by this Friday or next Friday. Because August, they're going to give you an email a week or two before distribution. So I really hope we hear before August 1st, because I am, we'll keep reaching out to Paul. But we were expecting an email, Mr. FOMO, either in the next couple days or by the end of next Friday with a due date of when these things were going to get mailed. Okay? So let's see what happens. All right? But I think we are good to go. And Tennessee is always bringing up some entertainment for the show. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Guys, if you haven't done so, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, bell notification. Super chats are available. Guys, we love you. Have a great night, and we'll see you soon.
See ya.